Hello everybody and welcome back to Games for Dads. Okay, here we go. Another cool deck, a Dizzying Discoveries deck. It is pretty cool actually, using some of those new cards that came out over the Next Fest week. Some of those cool science cards. I hadn't tried them, so I thought I would give them a bash, put together a deck. And I'm really pleased with it actually. It is a really cool deck. Energy wise, really expensive, so it won't work in this week's league. This week's league, don't forget, I think, is it 8 energy per turn? Pretty tiny league. Anyhow, this is a great deck for higher energy weeks, or definitely if you fancy playing a few casual games. So let's check it out. First card up is Quantum Tunneling, a really cool card, this one. Quite a new card as well, actually. 7 for 65, Epic Limited. On the play, if you're winning the round, your cards in hand gain plus 10 permanently. Really nice. On the return, if you want the turn, your cards wherever they are, gain plus 5 permanently. That is one of those new cards. That is pretty good. Do like that one. I think that was Next Fest 1 or Next Fest 2. If you haven't got it, that code might still work. Another one of those cool free cards was Half-Life, 3 for 33. Limited legendary this time. On the draw, your science cards in hand gain plus 40 until played. For every round completed this game, this number is halved, rounding up. There we go. So it is really super powerful at the beginning, and then after round 2 it is going to be 20. Round 3 it's going to be 10. Round 4 it's going to be 5, and I'm guessing on round 0, or 2.5, but rounding up, I guess it's 5 again. We'll find out with that one. Quite an interesting card though. So that is that Half-Life card, and I think if you haven't got it, try the code Next Fest 1 or 2 or 3, and hopefully you can still get that card. It is a good card. Quantum Entanglement, this is a great card. This one came out a few weeks ago. 7 for 70, another limited legendary. On the draw, for every science card in your deck, your opponent's non-science cards, wherever they are, lose -1 energy until played. And on the return, for every non-science card in your opponent's deck, your science cards, wherever they are, gain +1 until played as well. Really good. And again, that is a dizzying discovery card. That's quite hard to say. Moving on, let's have a look. What's next? Fermentation, another Dizzying Discoveries card. This is a hold card, 8 for 60. On the start, your Dizzying Discovery cards in hand gain plus 10 until played. That card will get super duper powerful with this deck, I can tell you that now. Evolution, another Dizzying Discoveries. On the draw, your legendary cards, wherever they are, cost -2 energy this round. Quite useful. Moving on, what's next? Electromagnetism. On the draw, your cards in hand gain plus 20 this turn. That's a limited legendary as well. Quite surprised about that one. Yeah, it sounds more like a rare, doesn't it? But anyhow, electromagnet... You know what I mean. I'm having a problem with all these big words. Fire, another Dizzying Discovery, 7 for 70. Limited epic. On the draw, your opponent's cards in hand burn 10 until played. Quite like that one actually. Causes a little bit of mayhem for your opponent. Do like a bit of mayhem. Doppler effect. Good old classic card, this one. Again, a Dizzying Discoveries card. They're all Dizzying Discoveries so far. 6 for 63. Limited legendary. On the draw, your science cards in hand gain plus 30 power. It costs -1 energy for 2 turns. And then on the return, your remaining science cards in hand lose -15 power permanently. That's a shame about that last bit, but never mind. Still a great card. Quark. Great card again, another Dizzying Discoveries. This is the 9th Dizzying Discovery card so far. 9 for 64. On the draw, if you've played Quark this game, this card gains plus 80 and costs -1 energy until played. Again, that card's going to buff up nicely and will get super powerful by the second time you play it. Here is Atoms. What a cool card. 6 for 49. On the return, your Dizzying Discovery cards, wherever they are, gain plus 10 until played. And this is the 10th Dizzying Discovery cards. We have got a whole deck full of them. Absolutely awesome card. Jacqueline Cochran. She's an awesome aviation card, but she's included because of the play. If it's the first turn of a round, and if your deck contains Sonic Boom, which it does, and we'll look at that in a minute, your Dizzying Discovery cards, wherever they are, gain plus 25 until played. That is such a massive boost for What is going on with my words today? Such a good boost for dizzying discoveries. It's really hard not to put Jacqueline in. But there we go. Great card. Really good. Like that one a lot. Moving on. What have we got next? James Clerk Maxwell. On the play, if your deck contains 3 or more Pioneers of Science cards, which it does, and 3 or more Dizzying Discovery cards, which it does, 9 of your random Science cards, wherever they are, gain 17 until played. A really fantastic card, that one. 8 for 70. Only an epic card as well. Really, really good. Pretty easy to get, I should think, actually, being just an epic. So the next Pioneers of Science, the second Pioneer of Science, William Thompson, the first Baron of Kelvin. Very nice title, sir. 3 for 31, limited legendary. On the return, your Dizzying Discoveries and Forces of the Universe cards, wherever they are, gain plus 14 until played. Repeat if your deck. Repeat this if you have played Absolute Zero this game. I didn't put Absolute Zero in because I didn't really want another waste card. We've already got Sonic Boom. That wouldn't really give us that much of an extra boost. But there we go. William Thompson, the first Baron Kelvin. Cool card. Moving on. Let's have a look. What have we got next? Leonardo da Vinci. Limited card. Limited legendary card, actually. 5 for 45. On the play, your Science cards in hand game. Plus 26 until played. A really nice boost. And he is the third Pioneers of Science card. This card is a bit of a secret weapon. 7 for 64, Pyrotechnics, limited legendary. Listen to this. On the play, if it's round 1 or 3, so let's hope he comes out on round 1, and then we can get him back for round 3. Your Dizzying Discovery cards, wherever they are, gain plus 22 until played. If it's the last turn of a round, and if played next to Fireworks, your opponent's cards in hand, burn plus 40 until played. You've got to be pretty lucky actually with the rotation on that one. You do need to get him on round 1. Otherwise, you're probably only going to get 1 buff from him. But if you can get 2 buffs from him, he is absolutely amazing. Sonic Boom is next. This one's obviously in here to make that other card work. Bit of a throwaway one, really. 659. Doesn't do much. Should we have a look at it? Should do, really. Sonic Boom. There we go. Your opponent's Brilliant Human Body and Superstructure cards in hand cost plus 2 for 2 turns. And on the return, your Awesome Aviation cards, wherever they are, gain plus 8 permanently. Well, he is an Awesome Aviation. In fact, we've got 2 Awesome Aviation cards. So those 2 cards will get a plus 8 permanent buff. So he doesn't do absolutely nothing. But he's mainly in because of that big boost. Space Raw, a Science card. But again, listen to this. You could probably swap this out for another card. Maybe even another Dizzying Discovery cards. But I found it works really, really well. 658, like I said, on the return, your Cool Cats and your Dizzying Discovery cards, wherever they are, gain plus 30 for 2 turns. Really cool card. I didn't want to go with an All Science Mecha deck, so that's why I put him in. Because of this guy. Democritus, 4 for 38, a limited epic. On the draw, your Dizzying Discovery cards, wherever they are, gain 19 until played. And we have got 11, wasn't it? Dizzying Discovery cards. So he is just too good a card to go All Science. So Mecha doesn't make it into this deck, which is why I went with Space Raw. But you can swap Space Raw pretty much for any other buffing card or Science buffing card or even a big hitting card. Nothing really is out of the question, I guess. Okay, let's go and check this out. Like I said, it's too powerful for this week's league, unfortunately. But it's not mega expensive on the energy. We'll give you the deck code shortly. So let's go. Let's go and get a game in casual. If we can. Cedric VO. Nice to see you, Cedric. That loaded up quickly. That is nice. Okay, what is Cedric playing? Oh, there is that Atoms card right at the beginning. That is nice. And Pyrotechnics. That is absolutely beautiful. Cedric is playing all arts and culture. Interesting. Hello, hello. So let's get should we do that one until played on the return? I think so. 2, 2, 2. So really, you can pretty much play this deck in any order. You just want to get your cards around as quickly as you can. Obviously, there's a couple of cards you do want to get out on the first turn of a round, like Jacqueline, obviously. And obviously, Pyrotechnics round at 1 and at round 3. There's Jacqueline, so we're going to have to hold her for a while. But pretty much every other card, you can just circle round as much as you want. And don't forget, you want to hold fermentation. There's that Jacqueline card. 276. Oh, he's got a nice deck here. Quite a powerful deck, actually. But I think we might be okay. This deck is super powerful. I've played a couple of games with it, and it is really, really strong. Really strong, actually. Space is doing well lately. But I didn't want the mono science. Space, I meant science. So Quantum, Quark, and James. 465. Come on, Cedric. You're going to have to go some to catch us up here. Let's see what he's got with his cool deck. He's having a think. Oh, good score, but not a good. The Amazons. That's a good card. He's getting a good score, actually. His deck is really nice. Do like it. But round 1 to us. 3 at 5, 8. Now we can get Jacqueline out at the start of the round. Don't forget, it's got to be the first turn of a round to get that really awesome buff. And Half-Life. Not sure about Half-Life, actually, but he is a Dizzying Discoveries. Oh, I didn't see what we got there. Should have been a 20, maybe. Let's go with Half-Life. 4, 5, and 9. A really good score. And another good score from Cedric. 3 at 1 at 7. Really nice deck he's got there, actually. Fermentation. Look at that. 2 at 7, 2. And electromagnetism. You know what I mean. 0 for 1 at 23. Energy. Look at the energy. Look at that. You know what? All our cards are 0 now. Thanks to Doppler. That is good. That is good. It's 499. That's a great score. Oh, I think we're going to start pulling away quite a lot. Interesting. Evolution. Oh, there we go. And all our legendary cards from Evolution. I forgot about that one. I wonder why we had 0 energy. Really good on the energy, actually. I haven't had 0, 0, 0 on all the cards before with this deck. So, quite nice to have fire. It does burn your opponent's cards. Like I said, it does cause a little bit of mayhem. Space Roar, probably the only card you might want to change. But I do like it because you do get that big buff on the return from it. Deck code, by the way, JR25LF for the Dizzying Discoveries deck. Well played, Cedric. I think that is quite an easy win for us there. 2-0. Looking at really strong, this deck. Really good. You probably, if you wanted to, you could take out those 2 coloured cards and try it with Mecha. Energy might be a bit high on it. But the buff from those 2 cards is more than Mecha. Leonardo 471. That is great. Pyrotechnics coming round on round 3, just where we wanted it. Been perfect rotation, actually. We've been really lucky. And fermentation is moving up nicely. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, that Demo Critus, probably too good for this deck not to put it in. So probably not an idea to go with Mecha on this one. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Quantum, Quark, and let's get Sonic Boom out of the way. 656. What a score. Oh, he's going to get a nice score as well, actually. 589. Well played at Cedric. Really good. But look at our fermentation card now. He is massive. He's going to get a few more points there. 4, 1 at 1 for 8. Has gone down, actually. What's Half-Life going to give us? 10 on at round 3. Yeah, not too bad, I guess. If you get him out on round 1, he's a good card. But he's strong. 665. I think we're going to win this game. Oh, Cedric, unlucky. Well played. Good game. Yeah, really good game. I like your deck there, Cedric. So there we go. Dizzying Discoveries, deck code JR25LF. Thought I'd do something a little bit different. I know a lot of people are struggling with this week's league, so go and check out the casual games. Always a good place to be. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon with some more exciting stuff. And in the meantime, take care, have fun, and we'll see you soon. Bye.